Today, now the 8th day of December 2021. We've been there yesterday. Usai, we talk about the frown way World Bank and other partners them frown at three because we know they do things them we for able for reduce poverty na Sierra Leone. For the last 2 years, we stuck per 3.1 where they show say we weak for implement policies them na Salone. That's now waiting the World Bank and other partners them they look at Sierra Leone right now. For say waiting. For say we dey na the place usai we weak for implement policies. Because of waiting, we dey 3.1. You dey here yesterday, we are able for break and down, make we get perfect understanding waiting that one they mean to we. That one they mean to say through Mr. Almami, we dey na Ministry of Finance, we dey under that particular scheme day, na Ministry of Finance. He able explain to we say waiting we dey make and waiting we dey spend. They all too not they rich. They all too not they rich fine. So we need international partners them for come on board for help we for make we able for reach usai we they go. I just give you small make you understand as to wetin we been discussing yesterday. If you not been there yesterday, go back make you go listen yesterday on program. When are under country policy and institutional assessment. They say we weak for implement policy them we go reduce poverty. Now so then they look we World Bank and other partners them. The government of Sierra Leone through the president tell we say what make in want for do this census now for know how many people them in a area, so within a community, within a constituencies them, so that when they cater for development, then go able know exactly how the people in there, how waiting and all waiting then go need for make development kind of the areas them. Now that's make we dey do the census. As at right now, then say we weak for implement policies. The president say we dey do census so that we go able know how the people in there. How you see them through them day. Okay. They are left and they first. Let we come to NACOVAC. From Monday, NACOVAC be done the give we hints. Let me just they come like salt na plazas, then drop and small. Then drop and small. Solomon Jameyu, when I the spokesperson, been there na AYV, wake up salon a morning. It talk lengthily. So then they hint we small. From this Omicron variant within now. Well, finally, they don't tell we say it is alone. And so then tell we. And say it is alone. Just like that. We be never deal with this World Bank, say they don't take the money, they not go give money, they not go give technical advice, they not go give this. Then they just slide inside the number, zoom. For say, you know what thing? We don't get the Omicron variant. That's alone. All right. This morning, NACOVAC consult media houses them for make them know say then gets plan for call a press briefing. Yes, we were contacted also, and we been ready for make we self show up and hear wetin dem want for talk. Na the press briefing. Well, dem be get for cancel am last minute. And say, na dem be say dem not say again. Dem cancel am. Say dem go inform we when next dem go get the press briefing. So one act tell AAA say, well, maybe, and if you say the variant this something not dey again and what not. But after dem cancel Landy, this na wetin Nakovac first pull na do. He said, dear Sierra Leoneans, 18 new cases in 48 hours. But nothing no really new na ya, based on we own history pan this pandemic. 18, yesterday I tell you say na be 15, we then say they all na incoming passengers, and day before yesterday na be 3. Today na 0. Today na 0. Okay? So I dey read first the first one with them pull today. They say we all for be concerned, but please no panic and not hold your breath. We for be concerned, but not panic and not hold your breath. He said the cases that they get, isolated cases them. And we contact tracing, then they can tap the game. We all for be concerned. Remember that part there. But then say, make you not panic. Then say, let you remember say, no COVID-19 variant, dangerous. Unless we play with them. Because we mortal man, we body, he gets the soldier man them for fight any kind variant we come. Say but now we go play and we refuse for make we soldier man then go team up tranga one for fight the variant them. Yesterday we will talk about the Delta variant. Today we will talk about the Omicron variant. He said the responsibility now we own for make we not give no COVID-19 mutant any chance for make them can turn bagbati pa we. Therefore, let we pay full attention to the public health advisory. When at the same, any side you turn, na the world. Get vaccinated now. And fully mask up. This way, we go able for keep the Omicron usai for day. And we go to check and say, Paddy, no canaya, just left inside that got away this way. And also not to the Omicron no more, but even the Delta, as it pass other side na the world them. Remember say, Corona fet, now we all fet. Yours sincerely, Solomon Jamiu, Esquire, spokesperson, Nakovac. Now that Solomon Jamiu tell we this morning. Well, this even term, they don't count another one. Nakovac, this trip, not a Nakovac no more. Then count big Alejo. Nakovac and the Ministry of Health and Sanitation want for inform the public of the following. Number 1, inside November 25, 2021, we be collect sample from passenger them we come inside saloon. One of them passenger then day, it be turned to be positive. We go check at the lab. Now positive for coronavirus. What's in the date again? 25th November 2021. Take note of the dates them. Yeah? Because we don't get the Echo Fest. But wait, look, give number 2 first. Then say, number 2, the result from this positive case, we look inside and better one, prove say, this particular positive case, na the Omicron variant. This particular one. On the 25th of November, they are today na the Amos, not to the 8th of December. How many days before they know this? Well, how they go? When I look at better one, na the 10 they know now say, na Omicron. Number 3, this particular passenger ya come out from Nigeria to Salon on the 25th of November 2021. Now he come out to Nigeria, come Salon. The 25th and the 26th, we get huge crowd. We come out across Africa country them. So they can celebrate Echo Fest na Salon. We get beaucoup people back we come on Nigeria. We say they can celebrate Echo Fest na Sierra Leone. Musicians them, artists them, and all the likes. I been there. I talked the other day say, if we be all better that Sunday, if we don't get beaucoup people them, we for don't be vaccinated because waiting do Nakovac be don't pull a prior press release events them. Everybody for be vaccinated before you go get a. But wait you see, even the SLPP Women's Convention, exactly. We come out we can't to the Kiss Daniel Leone. Tangis the trade fair we been there. Crowd and they gather there. What have we done? But anyway, they say now one passenger we come out to Nigeria. I don't know if now for the Echo Fest to be in Kamu. But one kind way, it be sit down inside that plane with people and back who come the Echo Fest. But they tell we say, then they on top of the matter. So from the 25th of November, then only they tell we on the 8th of December. Well, sometimes it take them time for able for proof say na him or waiting. Then we don't say, then they call press briefing this morning. But the press briefing all right. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4. They say, if you want for member, fine. For say on the 26th of November 2021, the World Health Organization classified this Omicron as a new variant. So then say, we get the person come inside on the 25th, then World Health Organization on the 26th, now then notice. Now then classify them as a new variant. Okay. Well, notwithstanding, for say we don't see this Omicron, we know say the Delta, na the Bagbati, na the Kakatoa by all the variants them where they manifest by this COVID-19. They say the occurrence of this particular Omicron variant, when they look back, it underscore the significance of vaccination. Hey, Papa God. Vaccination. For make we people them get vaccinated. Because we need for protect the population against COVID-19. I make Salon say everybody 18 years and above for go take the vaccine. NACOVAC, number 7. NACOVAC and the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, together with other partners them, then they finalize plan for a third national vaccine surge for make beaucoup people go able for take the vaccine na salon. They say this one where they want for can start go intensify the vaccine efforts more na western area na Afriton, as well as na the districts them, and more especially the border tongue them we get for deal with Liberia and Guinea. The way we will be able to catch this first Omicron we can a salon show say we NACOVAC we dey work better one, and we committed for test and surveillance all man where they can inside we country. Number 9, NACOVAC and Ministry of Health and Sanitation go remain vigilant now we point of entry, including the Freetown International Airport na Lungi. And then they call on all man for take up their own personal responsibility so that they go keep themselves safe and people with them lack safe and the general public. By way manner, we then go do what they need for do, even when a festive season we depend so. We dey call on everybody for remain calm and report all suspected case to 117. So then say the person come on the 25th. Now only that case day we don't get in one. Because from the 25th to now, maybe 8 days. 14 days, I mean. Okay, let me see how things unfold as the festive Ladida and Jolly they come better one. Sierra Leoneans, we need for take precaution. How the UK get for deal with this? Me, I don't know it. But we dip on the red list now. For see, if even though one person now we say we get, if then go include we now the red list, we go Hamburg, Bokuman, we want travel, go salon. Because if you travel go, then behind you back, the left put red list, where they come back, it go can cost you now the UK. So let us see how this they play out for now. Tina 1, let left this so. Hope so no you know other one pop up nowhere. But on the salon this so they see people know they wear face mask. People not believe say they na salon. Even this one, people then still they say, that's something they want. But anyway, Solomon Jamiu. Uma Ufofana don't do the breaking news bottom. Tomorrow, no say get for the BBC. Do ya? Where you go there? I wanna sell the market to we so sell no panic. I wanna take 10 tell we so. Prepare yourself fine. I dey go talk and day. Yeah, so the Delta be reach the offend we self na red list. Tina one. I don't know if one self then they take and say we go be alright. We don't left yonder. So now so we all take know how we get this one. Then we call the press conference but then cancel them. Then so maybe then just decide to let we put on a pen and paper. Let them go read them before. Well, we've done our own bits here. Let me come to the topic proper for today. World Bank. When the president be the announce, it tell we the partners them where Salon government they partner with for do the mid-term census. And World Bank na be one of them. EU not to be one of them. EU be don't want pa den own letter with them be right after the election observers then become. Then we don't want about staying away from the midterm census. Now, we go can read the letter we World Bank in say. What's in Asina? Because I see a lot of people they say, we're a sovereign state. World Bank now they can't decide to we. World Bank now they can't decide to we. All right. You dey salon. Yeah. You dey salon. You na big man. You married, you get pikin. But you get your brothers and sisters them na the diaspora. You what you they do, what you know they do, you always they run to them for make they help you. You always they run to them for make they help you. Quick, you say you dey not chest all and tongue. Me brother and my sister, they will see them they over under so. Then believe me, and me then they work for. Anything I want, then they give me. So this particular term, something the way you want for do. Then tell you say, you brother first with the EU. Now you first say, I not think say this one right now where you want to do so, you go all water. You remind us say, forget, me na big man. Get me own pikin there, they take care of me pikin there. But you forget to say the money can come out too. They take care of me pikin them on all this. Then they say, well me, I don't whip me on. I don't whip me on. Continue, do what you want for do. You get your other brother in America, ID. Turn to Dandy. Dandy in the work with you, say yes, okay. But I get plan them where if you want for do this, I feel say if you do A, B, C, and D, then I go provide for you some kind technical support, and when the time they reach, then the money go there. We go able for do this to you and do. You say okay, no problem. They go, the men you picking them, how you want for men them? They do it in them. You hear just there by your brother in money na America. The thing where it tell you say for do. It tell you say go provide technical support, it tell you say go provide fund. But you na the fund you ID pa. What it tell you for do? For qualify you, for make you go able get. Remember? The other way there, Europe, you say, you try there. Last minute, the other America say, but the thing I don't tell you, not agree for do. And the time self is too short right now for all what I feel say you get for do for make this thing come out fine. And this thing you say you want for do and make it come out fine, no. Now make you want for do. So that we all not go get out param. Now make you want for do. And then they say no. I beg there. I still they support you. I still think say you able for do this. But me money, I know they give you. Then, the technical support, it available. Then the party they now way they. The party the way they around now. Because, you know, big man. Now they sit down there, a big boy. Because then they America, because then they Europe, now they can't control you. You know, big man force. You know, big man, you able to do all things. Look, you picking there. Look the way they take care of them first. You don't allow them, let them come treat you so. And then they now they see. But you forget to say, when you want to access how you they do things them, now through you America and you Europe from them. Now then they help you. But you're not big man, not true. You're able to take care of yourself if you manage yourself properly. Then one day they can never come and can't tell you what thing for do. Who get family? Who get some family? My dear, now then they run them things. They don't need we. Then first they want to compete self with we. Say let them can now we then they can meet now. Let them can no more. And then they run them things. You know they eat the cake. They say still get some. Pass the oil. Now the oil ain't go left na yan. Or the crumbs wait for them. Now ain't go left. Yan way they feed you. You say better. I go do an next time for feed you. I don't give the analogy. Administration passed, administration come. I don't know if future one them go still they treat the things this way. For say we big, yes we are. We are independent, yes now so it's supposed to be. But yesterday na ya, then tell we say we are weak. We weak. 3.1 make we weak. We're not able for implement policies then. We go able for reduce poor for people them. President say this one go help we for able for reduce poor. Now people are out there say, Udana World Bank. Udana World Bank. Yesterday, almost $1 million. Almost $1 million. Mr. Bangura and Mami Bangura tell we, say World Bank don't give. Inside COVID, no more. Almost he tell we. Even the IMF, even the African Development Bank, almost they all long give we. We now then they give. But the other give we, you say, now your money no more want. But let we take 10 look this so. Yeah? And they can read for you. What's in the why I say? We are the APC, the COP, then all, then we then be the try for ala pan this one. So go tell people enough for go and this and that. Me, Triple A Naya be tell the people and say, Una go, get counted. Because what you do, then say, and for you go benefit you. This one where IMF World Bank pull now. And waiting the APC and the COP, then they say, are they related? It left for you for determine. But this na letter from the World Bank country, Sierra Leone country director na Salone. na a letter this. Country director, not for Salon no more, na inde for Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, the West Africa and Central region. Na he write this letter. Today, another branch of World Bank be go find the president. All right. But low left that one day. Let me come to waiting Pierre. We na the country director for Ghana, Liberia, Sierra Leone. Waiting. He writes to Leone Minister of Finance and the minister we responsible for economic and development planning. This now waiting he say. He said, dear honorable ministers, I don't say who that then just now, Minister of Finance, when Dennis K. Vandy, and Francis Kaikai, when I responsible for economic and development planning in Nasano. He said the World Bank, bidon gris, bidon they do financial support for help prepare and implement the mid-term population census na Salon. What he make he say them be done the help. He say by way and manner where them go harmonize. Harmonize. That be say the way them be don't do trade. And this way them go make them all come together. Like we get one pot. Or where you get jollof rice. You know, say if you not get the gravy and the beef pantap, you know harmonize proper, not to so. Okay. Now begin think about it's business now. Let they go. Except for harmonize and improve statistics now West Africa. Remember, USA it watch over? For improve the statistics now West Africa. Then get the project to them say HISWA. And all this, whatever. Then that one day, now grant money, free money. And he give you the grant number. D584 Salon peg to RAM. Because this particular data we wanna go gather go inform economic development policy. Look outside World Bank they come out from more. Yeah? Look outside they come out from a big. This particular one, it go able for help for inform economic development policy, planning, and also for program. And the 2015 population census exercise, where I don't sure we say it insufficient, and this one go help for harmonize. Remember the word harmonize. Make it sweet. Since September 2020, we got our own team where we don't put together, where they provide for for Sierra Leone government technical support. Remember, technical support for help prepare statistics Sierra Leone for implement the mid-term population census. Where at the end we go get waiting good results. The results go be good in quality data. Because we remember this, the SG, the statistician general would be the interview him na radio democracy. You hear say the how them be do okay, you know get body, you know get weight. So we need for put iron stone this so that you go get weight. Much progress was made by UDA Statistics Sierra Leone in recent months. So World Bank want for tell we say Now, last minute now, statistics Sierra Leone begin for push. But they say much progress be made. And they say a recent month. By the way, manner for prepare the efforts that they make for further intensified recently. So everything we World Bank they say now, even the efforts now all man they make now, is saying recently. Now all man tie oja tight. For say this kind dance. If the oja not tight, the picking go for them. Recently. To that end day, a roadmap been there. Will be done lay on the final remaining steps. Well, Sabi, office where you work. Even if you pass on a life, you need to get a roadmap. You need to get a plan where you work with. So that at the end of the day, whatever you want for accomplish, go be accomplished. So they say the roadmap be done there. And the final remaining step, the actions them, and the technical verification we require. Now we all multilaterally agreed between Statistics Sierra Leone, UNFPA, and also the World Bank we own tax team. During the last meeting, the first week of November, the meeting will be all the first week of November 2021. Now they will be agree say this is the roadmap. Yes, una don't try in recent times for push team, but una remember say A is for apple as B is for boy. Well, you say B is for ball. As C is for coriander becoming a kitchen a day. You say you're a cat because you want to push for runata the arata them. Okay. Now we all agree about waiting the road map. To date, they say to today, when they write the letter. And this letter will be the 7th. Now they write her. World Bank said to date, why would they watch this as una they work on most of the action points them where they on the way with some of them points then they don't complete them. Several critical action points require further technical work. You say Sunday una don't complete. But Sunday we critical. We want a data where we go able for knock chest that the West Africa region say yes. We get a data where go correct for we. Now in that part day, World Bank they come out. World Bank no they argue now say now every 10 years them for do as opposed to the one the way they argue. Say now every 10 years you not reach it. World Bank from the onset you see say then they with this. Alright. But they don't tell you say to date. So then they don't do, but some critical one them, they not do them. Then say, and then one day, now ain't go satisfy, we go address the major thing them, including evaluation of the pilot census. The pilot census. The field operation plan. For them one them, we get for go carry out this thing. What's in the plan? World Bank say for no tell. Hi. Na say na get in demo. And for ensure say the one the way they go out there for go take there adequately trained. Because we be land say, up to yesterday or today, then they trained and done. So even on the training side, World Bank they question yanda, adequately trained. They say all lentia where they don't talk so. When are the outstanding action them when necessary for take must be addressed before commencing data collection, or else then go say back this one back not credible. So all the money we go inside there, you just tell like say you go iba na samba gota. All these outstanding actions are necessary and must be addressed before una go ever even self begin for say una dey collect data. Because wetin do? We want to minimize the risk of inadequate and poor data quality. When I in then tell we say the last census poor data quality. Now we get it. So we be the worker back on the same foot on this one. So listen, yeah. I don't know if people the way they frown at World Bank say World Bank one can't tell we waiting for do. They even read let they understand what in World Bank they say. Or we just want to prove a point, say we get the money in the COFA. Then say let the president go take money. We get her. Let's forget about World Bank. The people that are supposed to verify say yes, Sierra Leone data is up to par with all the other one. They say without that one day, then they back safe in all water, just like the 2015 year. Now so want her. We they read. True, we can read. Or because the World Bank talk and so no to true. We only they believe, we only they agree to things them where waka with we. Now we only they agree to. But as long as it differ from what we they say, forget them. So okay, Salon get the money, we go do them. Then at the end of the day, they say una data, we can't una just handle and by una safe. Una handle and by una safe because it's not credible to us. Now poor quality data. Is that what we want? And now World Bank say the term we left not better again. The term we left not better again. Between now and December 10, for make satisfactorily, we all man go satisfy. We address the issue here where we don't raise super una. And not left better again. And say 3 days, 2 days no get for doam. You can't cut it. Therefore, since you not left better time again for make una go fix them tia. Make una go fix them. Since you not left better again, well, with technical team always available for provide continued preparatory support. With technical team, World Bank say then they're ready for provide the support we need. But regretfully, we go be unable for provide further technical assistance. We money una dey give una. Further funds una dey give. They say the technical team day. But I dey now. Now we get for go ask them for the support we want. Then they don't sit down now, then they look we. The technical team day, we go meet them, we ask them what you want for let them help we with. But they know they come before. They know the front for say now this and this and this una need for do. They don't then be don't outline until we. The roadmap day from the first week of November 2021 when they make that meeting. The roadmap day. If we don't understand the roadmap, then the technical team will go meeting and go explain to we. But they know they come before again. Then they don't take the back seat and full and cack foot they watch we. I want for play the game. But the money, they know they give again. Person go ask say, how much them be don't give safe first? Because it depends how much them be don't give you. If you be say them be don't give you 95%. You say, bro, at 5%, oh, no, landable. No do CENSUS here. Yeah. But 5% we left now, one can take threat in wing. They say the money, the money, hi. Okay. Yeah. Then outline under the grant number where that money they for common for support the midterm population census. They know they pull nothing they again for Giwi. They say that money where they no give, when are the balance money of the funds where for support the mid-term population census could be reallocated to other activities. Hi. I cut sweat straight. Wait to. In a sonomo. Una say una give the money. Then now una say una go reallocate the money to other activities them. Under that same project there. Following consultation with the team where they don't give this work here. The tax team. So they don't give the money again. Fail, nothing. Aye. World Bank. Hey, boy. So if we correct ourselves, we don't give. Okay. Oh. Signed. Pierre Laporte, Country Director, Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, West Africa, and Central Region. Copy, Chief Minister, J.J. Safar, Professor Usman Sankor, the Statistics Sierra Leone, and the Executive Director for World Bank. Statistics Sierra Leone say yes, they don't receive their own copy. They don't receive their own. Hey, Daddy God, help we. From World Bank say the money, and then they can't go again. No. And they give you self again. Is it that because we fail from it? I mean, and they give you again? Hey! All right. Tomorrow, the president get for address the nation. So I don't know if now this one can talk about. But he say now for the International Day of Corruption. So the president go address the nation tomorrow. Why would they wait for him? No, if you get for talk about the Omicron, if you get for talk about this one we World Bank don't do. No. But we go kindly wait. And Yeri, what's next? What's next for Sierra Leone? What's in the advice for the government of Sierra Leone? We can go ahead and do them. But if World Bank's in a poor quality, if things then they way they want for honor at the country, projects them, you think say then go use this new data or go don't spend boku money for? You feel say World Bank no go frown at we say then we don't give money and we go ahead because then they don't give money already. And we go ahead and do what we want for do. Even we then say that we get some eyes them for dots. It's complicated. It's complicated. But let me could get government. Yeah? Then go handle them. And we go watch how they handle them. Make a count Usfriend. Make a yeri. Waiting na you take on this one. Welcome on board Usfriend. You get the platform.
Yeah, thanks a lot, AAA, for giving me the platform. And thanks to our listeners and viewers in here. And thanks to the source of information we get through all the sites there, we able to give you reliable news and information. Here we'll just continue from waiting yesterday. We don't get waiting like somebody press the button. And the button wouldn't press, then press the button for economic alert, say, now through this country policy and institutional assessment wouldn't do. But when you look at what they actually happen, especially in the sub-Saharan country, would they find out say that the way with the people and the behave leaders towards the economic issue. And you talk about how this economic issue, how the people in pattern and the framework and how they make laws, would they able for me, whatever we get, when our money, how would they able for do a way, it go able for be directed to the people them where they need this area of waiting with the aim for do with waiting we get. We get the money, we get the fund, or even now we get them. Waiting in the aim. Another one day people can always look. Put CPIA aside, even you the government. Sometimes you get the right for look, say you don't spend money for no, or whether you don't give money, they return back for tell you say now this and this are bring now in accountability and transparency. You show what you do and they see what you do. And then you show them how you're able to reach. So in this area of reaching the point of development and trying to end poverty, we are the primary aim of the people them we the help we either by loan or by grant or advice. After years and years we don't deal with them, then we find out see that framework wouldn't they give we, they can observe even if we don't work with the framework. But they still want to see the practical aspect of waiting the Giuna. But then your primary issue, when you look at the website, they see say World Bank na the website, now the logo on the Twitter page, they see their end poverty. So obviously any money whether they disburse, whether they lend you, whether they do this so now for end poverty and try bring equality. And then get the other area wouldn't they try to focus again. Why does it bring them to a lake? We just know what the other area, one of that international development association, one of the IDA. Then you know the gender sensitive action we they do towards you gender equality and how we they able to forget gender informed policies. So you get gender informed policies, then you look at economic informed policies. So now them policies there, then they look where they go say, well, we're not reach them, or we're not able for balance, or we're not able for create laws them when they in place, then the laws them work. And then when they put the money, it reflects on the people issue. So that reason they are all they don't put down say, well, instead of would they go spend money where we don't give una a bit, una they try to transform them in something else, what una believe in a census that they make in counting. So would they say, not to that one day would they look at waiting right now, would they try for look the first 1,000 days of a child when they born a salon, when they born a sub-Saharan, first 1,000 days in any health sector, Those are the areas we get for intervene. The first 1,000 days, when you skip the time where that picking and born until you pass 1,000 years, you're not able to offer anything where it be say the open window for that picking day, so that picking day will get opportunity for prevent malnutrition. So you see how the chain work they go. They are preventing malnutrition, and they give you the areas and say, if you not even know, and say, they remind you. But of course, you get them because you get areas and we get midwives, we get people who pediatrician. But how can they do it in practice when you bring the policy and you get for introduce them? So you get forget the window where it is. If there's the opportunity no day, let them pick in and they then get for prevent malnutrition. And then instead of them prevent malnutrition, they wipe away back human capital, because once you pass that trend of 1,000 days, then to them, and even the health sector, they say, well, you go manage for that picking they grow. But at that time, you get for intervene, where you begin to get supplementary food, you get this, so that you go able for grow and achieve. So if they are going to divert the fund, that's one of the windows they might put it, or they might put the money towards gender issues them when they raise up in the salon where we have forget gender equality. So when you all come to the area where in the economic informed policy, the policy are they informed? They will put them in place. When are able for know who side and who side loopholes been there when they close, and then when I seal and then bring up a kind of a ladder one after the other and develop platform wherein development good day. So them where they give the money, then they fear now say some of this money, how we not go able for bring them back. So these are all the areas that we as an organization or whatever you call it, the World Bank related to the IMF, then they take the scope for look at. Because they even get the other guy when David Malpass in the World Health in the normal the health side of the world, the World Bank, for the health sector, they all can meet up. And recently they hold a meeting. So these are the things that we they say they are bringing on the table and looking at waiting they go out. And they don't spend a lot of money when they do what they call credit crunch. And that credit crunch, now one of the things that will be cause a lot of problem. But a suggestion been there, why they go that say, no, we don't know, because people they say, oh, well, why would they get there? Why they help with? The credit crunch way they belong they do, people have been the cry say, why will not be give the countries that will get debt? That money they instead of get into countries and wipe and credit crunch, now we wipe out them debts them. But that one is a discussion for all that they will now can't wait till we don't receive now. Who don't receive this, then we'll look at all the areas here. We'll get any trade policy, where they make the business they go. Just for recap, like what you will say, what about the debts then? What would they get? Would they cap them or would they increase the debt? There was also another button press. One day when they talk about, we say the debts then what country don't get, they don't go a bit higher, which you bring the program now. So all them things they are coupled up and piled up, then begin to bring alarm to the area for say economic development, they go now drain with the drain, and the human capital would they wipe them gradually in our own country as leaders, and instead would they bring in poverty, would they overcome the human capital, and then they bring nutrition, they get food available, they try to expand ideas then. So you find out that these are the things where they pull we away from waiting, then they try to see, then they do for we. But it all comes down to always leaders trying to look at the areas and what then will see they are going to prioritize, making a kind of a scale of preference. The kind of economics will say who side they go. And that's now then they try to tell me indirectly. Because economics, it just they change. Because when they do economics now from 5, see, a different way they do at advanced level, a different from where they go, because they go to branches now. So until they take one topic, they'll go into that in detail. But here I don't talk about the scale of preference, we all go know for say, if they take something more important, now they go back. If they put things that they feel say not preferential, then will advise you say, no, don't do this. But if you not listen, they are not going to tell you anything because they are just advising and supportive. They're not going to go into the constitution. They're not going therefore go into your deep political policies where you will act either a bill or you change it into an act. So then will only advise you side by side. But because of this area of LP side by side, then we'll say, well, we get an entry point. This entry point is not good for we because we find out, say, we need a circulation of something. We therefore need a size of this nature so that the thing we want it will flow. But if una go make a bigger size of the route on one day the thing enter, then we say no, I don't think we can fit here because we therefore get problem in driving through because this is a bigger route. We'll not be access this route. These are the areas where they get complexity between them and the other things because it don't become a serious political movement. Now, Sierra Leone data now. Sierra Leone is actually in a serious political movement of different things when they happen. But the economy is not the main thing that we want to talk about now. But this political movement will deeper. Now the moment where I believe say the country leaders and therefore look at take time, sit down back and get a reflective areas of decision making. They therefore look at risk. How they therefore look at risk? Would it take a step when a risk management, or would it just take a kind of an open movement? Would they take? Because if we not go to waiting, we don't learn as leaders then. From we little sabi, we don't sabi, even for add and subtract. We know they add and subtract the way we add. We know they multiply the way we for multiply. And then we know they even provide what we get for provide. If we provide them, sometimes people and they get them. We are all aware of the economic problem we did in terms of all this. But this was prior. This is prior to the issue. Before this year don't happen, the COVID issue, the pandemic, it was prior to that. They don't bring this policy to we hand. I think the policies they wouldn't bring the laws, they don't put them just after the first phase of them. I wouldn't come out. Then what the times I didn't bring for them, see now the table list, now the phone, now this one level now will follow. Now we expect the then where we will able for help now. And if there's an expert to get for help now, this was the chance when before us, we tap them potential, we tap them, like when you go pump, you go pull for you put them the counter full. Let that job not broke, or you go tell upside for say the you the other thing flop you bring and done. You're going to take that moment, you bring them and then you deliver. If you want now, you go able to change your area where you go do your tapping. Because that moment, then you don't get a starter. So these are the areas where we control leaders and will say that time they will no need for you hear about them. They can't tell with anything. But the situation we are still in that situation where we still need these areas of donors and people who they can help with. But if we don't have that strategic plans, where then would they get cutting costs? We know they get cutting cost agenda where we know they cut ends and say, yeah, we just cut cost small. Lord, we save this, we bring that, yeah. Lord, we save this, we bring that, yeah. Then we get a hold. Instead, we just broaden the road. And when you widen the road of entry into any development, you don't focus on it. Bring you to a side where you say, when you reach sometimes the shortcut way for you don't use the one way like a big curve. Look at people even when they run a race. So my name they argue say, oh, look, let me take lane 1 because now 400 meters. Because I reach lane 1 or lane 2, whatever, the area at the curve. You see people and they just like a normal thing in life. They go sailor, go find a curve where I go curve before I don't cover now. The energy is done, the material is done, and then the resources are finished. Despite you the fish say now run, you the run, but you take a longer course. And when you run, you tell people run and they run, then they see you they run. But you are taking the road where it look bad. If you get the chance for go between the line where it will make you reach quick. So these are the areas where I believe say God give for help with leaders here. Let them try for look because the World Bank don't get over 29 operation areas them where they deliver 29 operations them. Now Africa, I think now about 2.6 billion where they don't give just this short time. Not we country actually in total $1 billion. Then they try for give more. So even they try for give more, then you see say now then they say no, we don't need D. Would they get people who they force we? And now even the COP, the 22, then they pressure them because these are the mainstream finance. You see, the mainstream finance, then when they bring on board, well, not to government bodies, for them go put inside the COP 26. So that's how they try for. That's the reason they are doing. They are doing cost cutting edges now. So that's and they set their own couple based on what then they get funds from wherever they get them. So they not go just the gear and then they advise the African Development Bank. For let say go know what they do. I don't know how far that one they go take on board, but it all come down to the area of narrowing things, looking at area of people health. Now that one day I believe say them be they expect say the government for them do instead of the census based on the malnutrition ratio where they day now we country and part of sub-Sahara and the Sahel. But we're not going to be Sahel, not just between we and the Sahel we did. But those are the resources and get for know how will they get them. We'll not be able for misuse them. We'll be able for put them. We'll get the data when they tell we say, now yeah, will they put, now yeah, will they put the hospital, now this will they put. Then we'll come more for them. We'll be able for develop una. We'll be able for help una. Let una go able for go before more and more. But government always have to look at structures in areas them when are resourceful areas. There are many areas. This is I name one area. Which government will say, well, we don't go take them. Kagame na say when I can't tell and say, yeah, the money, do this. No, he take the money, say, I'm going to do waiting. I believe say what I bring and carry go do the people like because at the end of the day, you give me them. At the end of the day, you wanna pay, I wanna pay you back. If now inside at the debt. So I they go do business. Only one for know now when I can't pay you the money on time. Because they go invest them. See what I don't see. See that yeah, they invest, it develop the people. And more than you make up a strategy where in an economic informed policy where you feel say it's informed, but the information where you get, you know, do one based on you demographical area that how people set up there, how the country landscape they okay, always talk. You do one based on either a politically based idea and a politically based approach instead of you do them in a humanitarian, but as a leader. Because when you do have a humanitarian based approach as a leader, when they put things together, then they find out say the people then will always get even the starting point and you go see them develop, then they go. But it all comes down to management, development, and the learning experience them way. Whether they don't get the learning experience, then they able to put them into practice, and then the behavior way people and back where they can say, like, would they come on board for can help una? The one that would they say, oh well, would they can't give una help again? That's like inside the citizens then now, like the one that would employ the citizens, then now we own people now, now they are the area today. The one day when they give the second base will say you will employ this sector, we go able for go deliver this. Now the most times that chain work, the gap it begin the trend, the gap they begin to open. So by the time the thing they reach to a final destination, it don't already diluted. You know they go the way we they want them because you don't open that road. We then be saying now this meter route, you know, go able for take. You don't open the route maybe 4 meters. Not in practice, this is figurative for the emergency now routes, then they take quick for go. So now that one day, then go to say, oh no, this route here is too big. If we go there, it will be a lot of problem. But finally, I go, I go just want for Roman, quick on this issue, like people not panic too much. Presently, this Omicron, because Omicron, I think, say the name according to the name things they are according to the Greek alphabet. Then they don't get the alpha, the beta, and then the delta. Now the Omicron, when the 15th alphabet of the thing. But the idea here is then they still they find out, but then they try to know only if you look infectious when they make you sick for go admit, and then but they know say it spread faster. But finally, before they go able for say then go stop this and this, then they look now say Pfizer don't talk say then able for then vaccine able for overcome this particular virus. So that is the only thing I know for so now. The information is those who have got a Pfizer vaccine as a third dose, they don't confirm from their test to them don't do can the grown and clone one at the lab to say it able for overcome them. So the other one, more appeal say the people and get for no, and coming to the UK finally, yeah, they are actually okay, yeah, like the UK now, waiting actually, then they stress so now, when they stop, then things there, instead na political issue. Why is it political? Now because of the present leader, the way we be handle the issue of the first outbreak pandemic, the way we handle them. So now for that, they see they lock all sign now, but instead you get case with the and hid. Like if I can't tell people how it deal with the outcome. But another one day, now a story for another day. Now for I see any small thing in lock, now that now the fear number will get up in the bodies to leave the country. I mean, sorry, rather, also would they also would they manage life and how they live with them. But coming to the Omicron, we not know it. If you look, they make you sick for admit. But they know say when you get the vaccine, they make so I encourage people as doctor they say, go for your vaccine, take the doses that you need to dose, and then take the same precautions. And we pray say we're not gonna be in the red list. Let God help you all, help leaders, continue to give them wisdom and understanding. Let them go get economic informed policies who will help the poor people. Then. Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you very much, us friend.
You're welcome. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That now us friend the own submission for today. Make you come on board with Dr. Isatuka Kejalo. You get the platform.
Yes. Hi. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to many others. We hope and pray say we all do well. And thanks to you, thanks to Us friend, and also with all the different press release then we hear about things that we go on at the country. The first one with the Omicron, variant. We don't hit Salon with the first one. Like you said, with the hope and pray saying that they will stop. We will tap them. We will not go spread them across the country. We can afford that. And also, with that, you mentioned vaccination. Definitely, we do need mandatory vaccination at this point. Sierra Leoneans, them, we don't talk about different variants, and no say we lucky for law we get the cases the way we get, but still, this now one way they spread more rapidly than even the Delta variant. We, really did so terrible to other nations them. With the hope and pray say we not fall into those categories them, Lord take the measures them we, can to COVID-19. COVID-19 is still there with we in the world. The WHO not announced say we done with COVID. COVID is still there. So people then they travel, people then they go all over. And again, if for being be very important, which I agree with you, during then people then when they come into the country, make sure say they are vaccinated. You really want for increase the vaccination rate now the country, and that way you can encourage other people them for make them go be adherent to COVID-19 measures. But again, we see the different events then would take place in the country, and how people then they act for no say, what, this event why this so not to everybody vaccinated. If everybody vaccinated, a different story we dey talk about. So this maybe if people are one for the party, one for the go pan event during this festive season, just make sure say you vaccinated. We just the big and we dey ask all Sierra Leoneans them for no say it's important you get the vaccine so that we will combat this virus across the globe. And because this is not a public health concern for all Sierra Leoneans and for all people them where they lead we in that country, and Lord take this seriously. And symptoms them flu like symptoms you dey deal with, dry cough, we then don't identify night sweat, we then don't identify, so flu like symptoms definitely in a sore throat, body aches, fever, running nose, those things is present. And along with all the other symptoms and we don't outline for COVID-19. So if you feel say you go either exhibit any of them symptoms there, so not sit on our host, just make sure say they test you, and that way we go know. Say what now this they go on, Lord take prompt action for make sure say we isolate. By isolating and really confiding within they go on, we can able reduce the rate of transmission at the country. So definitely hand washing, social distancing, mask wearing, especially within a crowd area. Say this place you're not sure of everybody in vaccination status. Not forget for wear the mask, because really research and we all can attest say that way you can protect viruses, germs coming in contact with you, with somebody sneeze, somebody cough, and things like that. And also, cough hygiene, cough etiquette, meaning if you get for cough, you get for sneeze, make sure so you get a tissue and you dispose of them properly. Lord, not to forget these things, them we all know, but once in a while we just want for remind, everybody where they listen, and also the one that they watch on Facebook. And then we talk about World Bank, then decision for not for disburse money to we country, because what? We need for get them kind thing then in our country. Let's be honest, the way the current government, the way the current um, administration they deal with money now the country. They know they prioritize, as we don't they always talk about prioritizing, putting money where it belongs. They need to do that, and we disappointed in them for that. But yet they need to listen. It seems like they need to do what they want. So it makes sense for donors them or for the one that we lend we money, begin to put measures them in place for make we political leaders them take them very seriously. Whose friend highlights so many things them. We then give money for specific things, specific cause. Make sure say the money they go there. Make sure say the proof to the one that where they lend the money or the one that where they give the money to you for make you go change and improve things and at the country. You say, you know what? When I give me this, but guess what? We actually do this plus more with the money because you know what? We'll be able to manage well. We'll be able to do things in how it's supposed to happen. But no, when money come, it seems like the money they go into other things we enough for go into. They know they put the priorities for say, you know what? This money, Lord put her into the basics. Lord put her into the things we really Sierra Leoneans and they crave for, where they ask for, where every human being in the country, all citizens, when them rights forget them. Now they will for put the money. But no, it seems like that's not happening. What would they see? Would they see money they go into political campaigns, gatherings, talking in state house we're not supposed to even happen. It is a shameful thing them what they see every day, but then they come back say I don't do so much, I don't complete my entire manifesto. How could you say something like that? Do you really understand what thing they go on at the country? That is so wrong and not coming. It shouldn't be coming from a leader. So maybe somebody need to go back and sit and say, what really I put in that manifesto? I say, oh, free quality education. Is that really happening? Say let them not pay school fee. Does that mean, the school kid and they get all the things that what they need in a school? And like what they say, any good thing we thank the government for. But where you not do something, not complete and not go to talk am. Who saw they today all the things that when they talk say go come about 2020 year of delivery. Please, we want to listen. Let's not take this into a political context, please. Lord take and say it's wrong. Sierra Leoneans and law all understand say this government, this administration don't fail we. We know say they don't fail we, they don't deserve to continue to rule that that country. Lord make the decisions then right come 2023. Because this way they happen right now. Now a clear sign for say even the international community don't begin to recognize, say, you know what? They are not good. They're no good. They are not good. Period. It's a shame and it's a disgrace. And half of them claim saying that the diaspora then come on. Knowing fully say, where you in the diaspora, the way life is here, you have light, you have water, you have healthcare. When it comes to emergency healthcare, some side and they even worry you hate. They treat you, they need to ask you for money before they treat you. So did those things happen? What happened to the statement Watana life during the campaign or during the debates? What happened to that? Has that resolved? I don't think so. So please, it makes sense before we talk. Let we think first. If we do that, definitely we're not going to go wrong. We're not going to make mistakes. Because what I think happened here, they probably didn't review the manifesto before speaking. What did I put here? That I not see so. As always, when you do projects, because this is very important. We don't talk about this all the time. When you do project, make sure say you do some kind of assessment. Organizational assessment. One, you don't do that. You go, you frame a question as to this Wetin I don't see, when dem come into power, wetin I don't see, we don review, don do a tour around different ministries dem for see say dis na the problem na the country. We don't know now dis na the problem. Wetin na we strategy, wetin na we way, wetin na the goals dem wey we wan set for make we do. But it seems like we still not in any of those phases yet. And then you get for understand, we get enough data, enough information at the country for let you know say the country no dey go well. Based on their information, based on wetin the citizens and they go through, you can use that and now disburse money for make sure say you intervene, you provide the things and what you need for provide into the right places. If you can do that, then you can go back and do an evaluation of your intervention if it really worked. But no, that's not what we're doing. What we see happening in the country is spending money on things that doesn't make sense. Forgetting that people then they where they go sleep hungry. Forgetting that say we country don't become a nation where now you call it a dark nation or dark city. And forget say people then they sick every day. And there's no proper health care. We need to train with doctors them for let them be brilliant and continue for staying at the country and serve the citizens them. Yet, you find a way by doing things like this, you push them out of the country for let them go other side for go practice there. The way things are going now with country, now make so many physicians them or nurse practitioners them or nurses them where they live now the diaspora, they find it difficult for go back na salon and for go practice there because the healthcare so poor. Where you go, now different story there. Even some of them where want to go open up a practice now the country, they find it difficult because you know what? They need to give you that embracement or they need to even embrace your ideas to start with. So we ask again, what are we up to? What are we really up to? Current administration and members of the parliament, along with the cabinet members, them and the ministers, them, waiting now we motive, waiting now we goal, waiting we want for do for Salone, how we go improve Sierra Leone. Because we don't pray. If not pray, how would they do? Everybody they pray for Salone. But I think sometimes, not only prayer, you self get for do you work. Say God help those who help themselves. Not to just the prayer. You can pray, yes. Very religious country, and we don't have problem with it. Whether you are Christian, Muslim, or any other religion. But as we pray, we for work as well. We for be honest, we for be truthful, we for be passionate about the country. But no, we don't see that. Constant. I don't like to use those words, but I'll leave it there. Anyhow, I'll leave it there, AAA, with the hope for the betterment for Sierra Leone. And that's not the hashtag for today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Okay.
Yeah. That now Dr. Isatuka Kejalo, we want to say thanks, and to Usfiend, we say thanks for the new submission. Somebody say, he said the small prayer we want for use for pray for the lights go in at the country. Oh, go waka this December. Now we were in at the UK. We get for balance that prayer. Then now for pray. Then I now put you in a red list. Well, there if you get extra prayer, send the way of the people who are in the UK, because they really need the rights now. Not for them a red list because of the Omicron variant. Eh? Hi. But make open the phone line. Let's open the phone line. Let we hear from you. Waiting now you don't take on this one. The Omicron variant now they Salone. And World Bank say no bueno. They no gi. This not the time they can say for pray for the president. For make the right decision. And then 10 and the other say don't pray for the president. Because now You know almost 1,000 people they all go they talk to her, waiting for do, waiting not for do. Eh? Because one pot the money they inside the, or not to be for census. They still able go take and then do census. But where you don't get your data done. Yeah. World Bank get for ask you, but World Bank will other person go gap say no, that data they not credible. So he left back na yuan. The phone line open now. Looking at the green section, the numbers then they scroll there. Looking at the green section. But we need to hear. Yes, call at 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. My own contribution is I believe you can still do development without even do census. If not that at the ground, if not that the base on said na for development. Yes, nothing for the we already know. Development we will see back there, we'll count the people that nothing I will want out of it. I believe I just wait for let some of the eat money no more and this thing they about to my opinion. Because if you don't do this, then in the next 3 years they do another one. Then a waste of money. And we not say the one the way they give the money, they don't begin the object over this thing. Then they tell you, you just as you say no more. Nigerians always the use and say you cannot bite the hand that feed you. You cannot. But if they don't, they want to say Babati, okay, go ahead and do it. When some of things that they begin come, they begin delay up a week, or not for the complaint. Why we not that bigger number for the pan throughout? Things that they for letter for the able to do the country where they bring income, where they bring money without even depend on donor. Now they talk where they come in power, they even talk, see, they know they even big all the inside the first 1 year, all the money where they pay salary is none of the donor. None of the no, the way they give them. They use the money now the coffer. And they don't run out. They begin go out, say that they go fair money cap. Money that they come for this, money that they come for that. We know they see aid and tail, they reflect. You see? And this thing backboard, this other virus, I don't know what's wrong with Jamil. Jamil is in big month. And enforce the wrong go now radio or TV to talk say we don't get that. Where the national sanction now they begin to complain. They forget say not to the one other big country they will get more population past week. They really go talk say they don't get a more. We're even close to South Africa or close to other countries. We don't know even say they get that. Why we if for rush go na radio, don't go up in big mouth say we don't get that. And say them people they are there, they always we big one that they always want fair way for punish we. All kind way they defend am for punish we. For we big mouth that you don't go say this. I believe say they don't get the other because we see they don't pass sanction per we pass certain thing or red list. Because for them they go able maneuver for travel. They get the money for pay for some of the fine there. But the other come on will not get her for pay and I go able travel. They need for think twice. They need for think twice. What did they do? They are because anything they do, you get consequences out of it. You either get bad or good. People that anything we want to do, people that they kick against her, say no do I, no fine, no do I. At first you don't think. So you don't think why everybody they kick against this one great year. Why? But until now they then power they say they get right for do anything they want to do. Well, they sit on the watch there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please, Lord, just stay to the 3 minutes because a lot of people don't call or they on calls. Please, let us just stay to the 3 minutes, yeah? No one tell, no one cross the recorded 2 hours mark. Please. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, Tripwe, this is my friend from Maryland. Thank you very much for that. Tripwe, this na this we dey talk. Some people they can tell me say now other side would they because we talk the truth in the classy other side. This is the problem of leaders there, both past and present. If they learn for the utilize what we get at the country, all that kind shameful thing they know they happen to we. This is a big slap to the government and the country as a whole. Though SFBC supporters there and sympathizers and the way and talk say we don't need EU, we don't need World Bank for conduct census. But they fail to realize also for the money of the thing, for the credibility of the data, because it's at the beginning of the process of this midterm census, where it's supposed for that happen last year, 2020. At the beginning of the balloting stage, we begin get errors. They say and they try for correct the anomalies of the 2015 census. If we want to try for correct the faulty will be don't happen as soon as say for 2015 because listening the SG na radio 98.1. If we try for correct then faulty thing and then 2015 census then the World Bank na Abu Pa say na then get for and give credibility of the outcome of the census, they don't withdraw. Then, if we go ahead and do the census, we are done. Then they know they say the data are not credible. And also say again for affect we as a nation. I want people to sit down and think, not forget about this politics. But say, oh, we don't need them wire, we will take care of the state. Salon a sovereignty state. Yes, a sovereignty state. But trust me, most of the things they all they do in the country, na bigger business. And this government, at the remember, vividly, they say then a responsible government would then can empower the meet World Bank, IMF, other agencies that we don't go. So what they can because of them are responsible, everybody don't come out and they give them money. But how they give them money when they do the right thing? Look what you discussed yesterday. The poverty in the country. Then the president they get the bull man it's now the state house. They talk say in the continue for fly. Able the president don't get conscience. Let remember say we say again that other people have done it before. You don't get for you the everlasting. Let politicians and come together, either opposition or government and party in governance, will work together for the interest of the people. That comes to knock over. From Jami, we don't forget what has been done for the Delta variant. We the interview at BBC. Now start don't start back to. We are ask a question. How did it become say the case where they get now Omicron virus and variants? I want to know because then thing they always begin do so, they no can affect you again. We wouldn't have that whole plan for go salon because look what will happen at UK. We then put on a red list. Now the US is out there. They say 24 hours for test before you can. I hope say they're going to do the right thing. And ACC they call on only for investigate NACOVAC. The thing they do is not correct. Now this normal guest people. We thank you very much. May God bless you. Leader there and bless we all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah. Then see, this particular holiday, all man they plan your own. You plan your own, the government plan your own. But one kind way, sometime more, somebody your own go be cancelled. So we they plan courteously. Eh? Alright. That's what we are. The return calls them. 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you so much. When the last time people and they say, how come we always fall for the EU or the US where they say something? Now, because when we the people when they say something, then they listen. Mr. President, for let you be a good leader, not always just they listen to you people and normal. The one that wait and they support you. Now, for listen a little bit to the one that wait and they support you, listen for something wait and they say way make sense. The last time where this topic come up of the census, we talk say, how about we look into priorities? This not the whole thing that they look at. Then they look and say, but this is not a priority right now. people in the suffer in the country look at other things that we could change their life. Not to census we need for spend money per right now. This is the whole thing. You know, whether you been get something right, you get other things that wrong, then just they look at the priority. You know, one thing they really people in the suffer for now the country, not to for law we know numbers of people. No, not to that they would they suffer for. They would they suffer for a lot of other things there. You know, and yesterday we be talk about how we not pass the threshold for law even get other support. Now then they pull the support for something like this. You know, because they don't tell you say make some corrections and you don't want to listen to them. How you want to let somebody give you something for money for let you do something, we then don't tell you say certain things and they wait you for meet and you don't want meet her. Well, here we are. And I want to let the president know say we international or communities then don't begin do something concerning something, then they get other people away, then they involve. So if you feel say if you not get them from World Bank, you will get them from other places, then they communicate. If they see say waiting, then stop the funding for in order in line with international standards, then self go begin look at why they need for spend money for certain things. So Mr. President, this not a shameful thing now for just go back now the drawing board and fix some things there, make sure say the country and the people and we happy for things the way they happen around. If not to that, the punishment will continue and so look into it, look into it. Just this now time for let you reflect and fix some things there. You know, the time for papa for everything is not too nice. It's not too nice. Even you picking the way you love. You know, we if you begin do bakati pande by everything, time go can't wait and go say, enough is enough. So please sit down, reflect, and make good decisions. Let for play to the choirs the way then they dance and holla, yeah, 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 yeah. You know, say then no matter how you flip things, the day where you begin talk, then go jump. Now for listen to the one the way they know they jump for you, whether you do good or bad. So listen to them for pick up sense from them. You don't need for listen to everything way then they say, but some things there where it makes sense. Listen to that. Thank you so much, Triple A. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
I forget you are a few people them. First come, first basis, how the calls then come, and so they return them. World Bank, Omicron virus, Salon, you name the play. 3 minutes, sir.
Oh, an official get that much. Anyway, the problem what we want to talk about now, the recklessness with Marabio. I don't know what thing they go on with Marabio. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, the president and all I think say they don't reach to a full blown way where they not respect the people in the country. The past governments have been doing. Marabio forgot it. I mean, let me tell you, this thing it bother me past where Marabio been go talk say they save the people $500 a year. This bother me. I mean, for letting man go Tinapia and talk say everything what me been talk say they can't do for this country. I don't do them, I don't surpass, I don't close the book. Now they go now, they do things and what not even be the thing, but really? Then they tell you how many amount of picking them where they diagnose with tumors. Then they tell you how many women where they die. When I oversee like when you have to go born, now joy. Then they dress you like doctor. You go sit down, you watch them, you hold in hand in IOP, you play. Then they even tell you say you want to do the delivery. But African I know, Sierra Leone I know. When you have to go for go born, you crush your finger. If the wife or the pikin they come, whether they come or if they all two they come. Now they talk to you don't do everything. We see where fire burn people them. Passport go to Senegal, of all places. When are we on brother them? Well, not if we beg us, if go beg to white man. And you tin up the talk say you don't do everything. You don't fulfill everything. And you put it in Bonyap and tap. well, now you can fly more. If not true, let God continue for care you go before. But if not, mock, now you look like say now mock you, they mock the people them. But if not mock you, they mock them, and then the people that they tell you every day the sufferness, the kind starvation would they on the street, and you think how they talk what they're getting, let the ending be right for you. Mind that, my brother.
Thank you very much, Mar. The phone line don't close, yeah? We'll get call say we return. So no call again you. We want for future you want add paddies. Then Saturday you go. Get your own bite. But the phone line don't close. But the return calls, you will be don't call. Or the return the calls then, yeah? 3 minutes caller. You name no side call
Okay.
from.
Yeah, Triple A. How you doing, brother? Thank you very, very, very much for giving this opportunity. At least for me, we say able talk small, but the thing that will happen. Just like everything the previous caller they don't say. I believe say we president, yes, probably intentional for me he become a millionaire, and he could not surpass the millions of dollars we he been want forget. I guess na na be intention. But when you look into we country, I don't know, even when this Omicron when they say then detect ordinary lab exams for people, lab tests for people in a salon, then they give wrong reports them, results them to people and then test. I don't know how they can go about this COVID thing. It's sad. But Lord will just continue for pray for we country. And hope see one day, somebody will come for help we people them. It's rather unfortunate. For some of we always they look back now we country and look at we people them. We they feel pain because we know it will help them at some point. Some of the AFAF sick they we can kill people them. Now because of government not able to provide medical facility for people them. Water no dey, light na trouble. Me no say this census not going to take place because one for this government no one for spend. So if they're not able, if they're not want for pay for light, where people and they where people and they buy, probably na subsidies they get for no more. If they no want pull their money for make them pay, I don't see them go pull that huge amount of money for conduct this census. Although everybody know, say we country then just they take advantage of the masses. Take the figures of the people them, use them for big for funding it everywhere in the world. And this one not get for work. We just dey pray and ask God for me a give we leader we get sorry at now we country. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much, caller. So we get 2 more people for bring come on board. We get 2 more people after this. We get 1 more person. Three minutes,
Hello.
sir. Yes, sir. 3 minutes.
That me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Privilege. How are you? Thank you. Well, me, I really a puzzle on this particular stuff where to go on because confident for what you really understand or my own individual understanding about census where you do the stuff then they now for like you able to determine population which I need when I need for develop people that they suffer this that all that stuff. Now that make them they do census report. But from where me and you know, That place, if that you say particularly able to show what outside needs, then they in that country they without even doing a census. You know, you and me don't know how long Bomber don't take time that place there, right? Bomber don't they are from time immemorial, right? That a public hazard that one day. You know, me know, everybody know, not so. Yeah. If we dey do census, people the way they are around that area, they you know say not healthy living that one. They for don't do something for take that do something and avoid that particular place. For take it. Can come there now other one that one. You see, if we dey rely on other countries for do your own census, we not get that money there for let them do your own census. What do you feel say that census they get for result or anything? No. Because the main census wey dem dey do am for na for let them know who side needs dem dey, dem go able go develop them places dem dey. You dey see? So the census itself, e no get in fruitfulness wey people dey think say yes e for do. You know? So na waste money no more sometimes dem dey do for that. Why that money dey wey dem do all that stuff dey? This na Sierra Leone na small country down there. If you walk one great day sef for Sierra Leone, sometimes you able round them all. It's not good road them in this sef. Na small country. Them money they only use for all them hire them people and they conduct them census there. Or whichever means and they use for conduct that census there. Why they not go invest that money they from people? The slums and they under. Not to you and me they talk about them slums and they long time. 30 days, nothing not get done about them slums and they correct? Then they still people and live na them place and they. Now King Tommy and that you go there, you don't go able to see don't say. You say self no me no, not so. Yeah, not of thing where you get for go look for. It they right in front of you, you dey see am. What kind of they the place? Light no dey. Right now, when they talk about light, say yes, and that ship where they that we rely on, and then the back they don't meet to the side of the commitment. Now the people that know they say in the sue or whatever. You turn on me understanding and the last thing we touch on, not to say Vivi.
I think they don't get an understanding. We don't know how much they pay no more, but they
I
don't get
see,
an
but all
understanding.
this money, I see if you do something, forget the goal where for you achieve that goal, they better. But if you don't spend that money, that money for don't use for like you help people like this that you go use another way, you're not able to meet to that goal. So every time when you do that, of course, country you not go there so you not do the census for know the population, but waiting at the need for do all this stuff anyway. Now, my own contribution and thank you for we allow me. Yeah,
Thank you very much, Umar.
yeah thanks.
Yeah. They come with the last caller for today. Yes, will be 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much, Triple A. Concerning the census issue, if I can go to Professor Malam O, we believe in 98.1, he's saying as somebody we need data, where they look for that data, they don't able to get away about type 3 data error where they get. So they decide for call the expert for let it can show them how that data they be accessed. The expert can try, able. So that expert then in recommend say there is a need for let they conduct another data. Because according to what I say, the ask if they can able to rectify, the guy say no, able unless they conduct another data, another census, forget that data then. All right. And one thing, according to him, Professor Malam O, he contradicts himself. Well, I think maybe or Osman be asked him, he said, well, if the one them way they give them money, or the one them Boko people that don't condemn the census, why then they continue for persist for go with them? He said, well, why did they call her in professor? For say himself not able look something, no say something go bad, then he come out with his own knowledge. Failing to know that, he not able to correct that thing, unless he call expert, unless he can do them. So you see, if you say you're a professor, you able to do those things, you able to come out with other things and correct them. Why you call the experts for this issue. Now they tell say people they condemn this year, say this is not the right time and this is not the right place for let them do it now. But you they insist. So me, I don't know what you actually then see out of this. You can't look at they say a minor thing. It's not a big thing. That type 3 error we need to talk about. It's just a minor thing. All right, we know that every 10 years you are still here as the census boss. Wait let 2025 reach. Then you call for this. Enough fire again. They call for the census. But I don't know why they just insist on this. They know what they get up sleeves concerning this. You see? And again, to the government, you can't bite the finger that feeds you. Honestly, we all know say we are donor-driven country. And today, where you see the World Bank don't pull on so me I doubt it go one further. So me I dey beg the government, may no force issue. There is nothing bad to withdraw and do the right thing. Because if you look at census, no one do the same mistake where they say happen, let it happen again. According to their own reports where World Bank give, they give all what is necessary. The technical issues there, whether for correct, and now the time no dey. So I don't know the rush. You find out the census or not push out if not to the 310 they push out. One thing they push out, and everybody they condemn her. Look at it, say it's not right. Let's do the right thing. You see, the government need for go back to the drawing board and try for iron out all the problems there. And let me tell you, you see these international partners, they look to themselves. Look at European Union, the report for the carry it. It's a government challenge, all the institutions they challenge them. And let me tell you, EU self, they follow that report. They look at all these things. They look to themselves. So the government need for really think. Let them do force issue. Thank you.
Thank you very much, MOB. Now, so we go left everything today. Everything then at the president in table. We pray say the president go take the wise decision now, yeah? And for the good of the country. For the good of the country. Make it take the correct decision. When we get the flour, we get the water, let we mix. But there are two things here. Sometimes waiting left now no better. We're able to fund them. We can fund it. Fine. We don't get the data. Not for we no more. Development partners then back need that data day. So the same anomalies we talk about for the previous one. Now the same they were back, they point out for this one back. When me say we go spend this money, at the end of the day, what you want get from her, we no go get. Then within the next 3 years back, 2025, we do another one again. But look, if them they don't start, then they get the roadmap. What's happen when they not complete the roadmap? I believe say World Bank be there on board, thinking to say then get good timing for complete the roadmap. Then that mean them be there on board. But what they see say now, but 3 days don't left, better not there again. No, they say we can't talk about them the low come out. But now the president in decision. Like I said, again for address the nation tomorrow, it's saying about corruption, but sometimes we'll chook this one day. Then we go know if Friday morning we are going to be counted, or then go push them back for another time, say make them get all the roadmap, all the I's dots and all the T's crossed, so that at the end of the day, waiting we go say we don't get, go be credible and it go get the quality we need in all aspects. Mr. President, we pray so you get the wisdom for handle this correct one, sir. We'll go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again tomorrow, Triple say, Tata.